I don't think the fashion community world is going to talk about this collaboration, and I think it's one of the coolest that I've seen all year. It's called Red Carpet by Hofesh Schechter, set on the Paris Opera Ballet in collaboration with Chanel. So to give you some context, the Paris Opera Ballet is based in Paris. It's the oldest ballet company in the world, dating back to Louis XIV. 2018, Chanel became one of their top donors, which makes a lot of sense. It's Parisian, it's the oldest company in the world, and they need a lot of costumes and interesting design. The choreographer Hofesh talked about the costumes as being outwardly this amazing, glamorous display, and the dance, throughout the dance, stripping that away and showing this beautiful glamour that is the dancers within this piece. So their inner elegance, their inner beauty. The costumes were completely different. They ranged from what looked to be like men who could be in various states of getting dressed, to people who were fully decked in like red sequin evening gown that you would see on a red carpet. And immediately, just in the first like 5 minutes of the work, I was stunned by how well these pieces were crafted on these dancers that allowed them to do this incredibly like animalistic technical movement. And it wasn't to show off the clothes, to advertise the clothes so that you would go out and buy Chanel dresses or anything like that. It was to illustrate the point that the choreographer was trying to make. And because each dancer had a very different costume or outfit, it showed off this range of discipline that Chanel was able to put into this work. And I think Chanel just did such a good job making each dancer feel so individual and so glamorous, and gave me a narrative like immediately. As soon as the piece started, as soon as I saw them, I had an idea of who all these people were. And as I stripped them away, they were in also these really elegant flesh-toned undergarments that you could tell they were still dressed, but it felt like almost like parts of their skin. Absolutely running out of time, so I gotta wrap this up. What this show made me do was yearn for more collaboration in this way. In an age where funding is getting pulled in various different ways for the performing arts and things like that, I think both sides, not just fashion, but I think the performing arts world could benefit greatly from spending more time in curating their collaborations with their costume designers, with fashion houses and stuff like that. I don't know, have you seen something like this before that I'm missing? I'm sure there's stuff out there. If there are, point it to me, tell me in the comments. I'd love to see more stuff like this, because I think it totally just changed my way of looking at the work right off the bat, and I thought it honestly was just genius. Thanks for listening to me. Have a great day.